What up, YouTube? I am Maurice. This is the Barber Mosaic, and today's video is going to be a little light tutorial on how we smooth the skin. A lot of people call it frequency separation. I'm sure there's other names to call it, but what we're going to do is go through an easy little 5-minute tutorial just to help you with smoothing the skin, making the skin pop in a non-destructive way, because you see a lot of these AI things that you might go through, like Luminar AI, all other AI shit, how they make the face lose all the texture and it looks plasticky, it looks fake, it just doesn't look real. This doesn't look like skin, and I don't want you to have to go through that. So I'm going to show you a foolproof, easy way for you to edit the skin in Photoshop and make it look 10 times better than it would if you were using any type of AI bullshit. Okay, let's go. All right, so I'm gonna start with a photo, man. I'm gonna open it up in Photoshop, and this is the young lady Kaden. Shout out to Kaden. Today is her birthday, so I'm okay with posting this picture and everything, because she did. She already got a picture. She posted everything, and this photo doesn't need much work to it. It really doesn't. As you can see, her skin is relatively, fine. I probably should have shot this a little bit stopped down. I think I was wide open at like 2.8 in the studio. I probably should have stopped this down a little bit. And that's because I got a dirty white backdrop and I don't like the look of it. So I try to blur out some of the backdrop so it makes it easier to, put that brush tool over it. And as you can see, her skin is pretty good, man. There's minimal blemishes on the skin, but if you gotta be that person and you gotta do something, I would go ahead and grab the little removal tool. Where's that? Where's my little removal tool? And I might just go ahead and touch over a few of those like that, just to get rid of those. But really, this is not a big deal. With the method that I'm using, it doesn't matter anyway. Like, we're gonna be able to, get that totally off the skin as we do our edits. Because you see these lines right here, those lines, that's human. That's human. You want that. You want a person's face to have texture. You want it to. And we talk about her lace front. Whoever laid that right. The lace is melted. There's very minimal lace showing, so I don't have to do too much with that. So her hairstylist did a great job. Makeup artist did a really decent job, giving her a nice natural beat. So this picture is not going to be hard to do at all. So take a look. So here we are right here. Boom. Now what I'm going to do, you see right here, over here, layers, channels, pass right here. I'm on the layers tab, right? What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna hit Command J twice on my keyboard, and I'm gonna double click layer 1. I'm gonna call that layer colors. I'm gonna go up, double click that top one, and I'm gonna call that textures. And essentially, what we're doing is separating, because it's a frequency separation. What we're doing is we're separating the color layer and the texture layer, right? So we're gonna separate those two layers. We're gonna do this. I'm gonna show you. All right, so we go to colors, to the color layer. We're gonna go up here to filter. We're gonna go to noise, and we're gonna select dust and scratches. Noise, dust, and scratches. We look at this, we see the radius at 9. I like to keep my radius at 9, but depending on the photo, you may have to move and shift that. My radius is 9. I'm gonna click a part on the photo where I still get some line. You see that I still got that line right there? I still got that line on the face right here. I still got that light line on the face, right? So I know I'm in a good radius with my radius at 9. I'm gonna select OK. Then I'm gonna go to the texture layer, and I'm gonna go up to image. I'm gonna click apply image. This is important. You gotta pay attention to this one, right? Because the layers right now, they're merged. I don't want the layers to be merged. I'm gonna separate it. I want to work on the color layer. Channel at RGB is fine. The blending mode set to subtract. That's perfect. That's what I want. 100% opacity, 2 at scale, and the offset at 128. I'm gonna click OK. Boom. So now we go here. I got 3 separate layers. I got textures, colors, and the background. I'm going to look at the texture layer. You see here where it says normal. I'm going to change that blending mode. I'm going to go down to linear light, so I get my color back. I'm going to change that to linear light, but it's still black and white. Don't get it twisted, right? This is just for purposes of me seeing the photo, right? So I'm going to shift click color layer. Now I have the texture and the color layer highlighted, and I'm gonna grab them together, bring it down here into a folder, and you see it automatically turns into pass through. That means what I do to the color layer, I will be able to see, because that top texture layer is going to allow it to pass through to the color layer. Okay, so now be on pass through. I'm going to click that. I'm going to go to colors. Now I'm just working on the color layer right here. I'm going to select my lasso tool up here in the top left, the third from the top, and I'm gonna zoom in and get real close up and personal on the skin. Now I'm going to use my lasso tool, and I'm going to select an area of the skin that I want to work on, while at the same time avoiding lines. I don't want to blur lines. I just want to blur the color. So I'm gonna go to filter, blur, Gaussian blur, boom. 17 is my radius on the Gaussian blur. Now, the less I'll do it, the less it will take effect. The more I do it, the crazier it will look. No, you don't want to do that. So 17 is about where I'm at with this photo. Every photo you take, depending on the lighting and the makeup and the subject and the way they do it, the way they come in, you got to change that depending upon the subject. But that one, that 17 radius was perfect for what I'm trying to do. And boom, I'm just using my lasso tool to select different parts of the skin. Boom, smoothing it out. Up close and personal like this, you may not be able to see the effect, but when we back out of the photo, you're going to be able to really tell. And one of the things I want y'all to pay attention to is, if you look, where is that? Boom. Perfect. All right, if you look up here, my feather is at 20 pixels. So it's going to feather off about 20 pixels. You can even change that to 10 or 15. Let's say 15. 15 pixels is fine on the feather. But if you're at 0 feather, that means it's going to make a hard line with your blur. And you don't want to do that, right? You want to stay away from the bridge of the nose. You pretty much want to leave that the way it is. It's also always good to get the chin area. And you see how I'm blurring and I'm manipulating, but the skin still has texture. It still looks like skin. And you can do this throughout the entirety of the image. Anywhere where there's skin that you want to blur, you can blur it. And if you notice, I'm not going to the border of the skin, because remember, I have my feather set to 15 pixels. So I don't have to do the entirety of the skin, because I don't want anything to look fake. You know, I want it all to look real. I'm not here to make people look different than how they would, normally naturally look, right? I'm just giving this one a really nice retouched photo finish. A lot of people say that they don't like using the Gaussian blur. They say they don't like it, but I enjoy this because this is very quick. It's relatively easy, and it's a lot better than some of the AI stuff that you see out there. That AI shit that you see out there, it be trash, bro. The people be looking plasticky. There's no real texture in the skin tones, and it just doesn't look good. It's not a very good look. Like I said, my bad. Like I said, I could have did a lot better job on the actual photo, right? The actual photo, the taking of the photo. I could have done better. I think if I'd have stopped down a little bit, I would have had I had a lot more of her in focus. I was trying to get the rose out of focus because I really didn't want people to focus on the rose. I wanted you to focus on her face, because we did take this photo and we took another one where the rose was in focus. But that's just a quick. Now let's go, because we do have the leg area here. And this was a wonderful shoot, man. A great model. It's her sweet 16th birthday, which actually is today. Shout to Kaden on her 16th birthday. And we're just gonna make that, boom, filter, blur, Gaussian blur. Make it easy, man. Still looks like skin. Boom, make it easy. Still look like skin. Now, depending on how much skin you want to edit at one time, you got to be careful, because if you do too much, it is going to look It's gonna look plasticky and fake. But there we go. And that's the edited photo. That's the edited photo. That's my skin edit done. Now I will go over the top of this and I will do some dodge and burn. Let me give you a quick example of that. Merge those layers. I will do some dodging and burning right now. Boom. This is my burn tool. This makes things darker. See, I can really accentuate some of those midtones and highlight parts. Give the photo even a little bit more texture, right? Hit the hair. Hit the hair. Give that a little more texture. I can make that smaller. Blow the photo up. And hit them eyebrows a little bit. Get those eyebrows a little bit darker. Kind of just make them pop. Make the eyebrows pop. Right? The lip line, make that pop a little bit. And see where we have that highlight spot, I'm gonna go back over that with my dodge tool. Make that pop a little bit. Let's go to the dodge tool. Boom. Make that a little smaller. We're gonna pop that lip a little bit. The jewelry, hit that. Hit that face. Highlight it. You know what I'm saying? The nails. Let's do that. Boom. It's little details, man. Little small details that make for, a fantastic photo all around. Boom. And there we go. There we go. So, thank y'all for enjoying this video. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you enjoyed this video. I really do. Hope you enjoyed this video. My name is Maurice. This has been the Barber Mosaic. Do not forget to like, subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions about what I just did, if you got a better method that you want to put me up on, it's all good. I'm here not only to teach, but I'm also here to learn. Thank y'all for joining me, the Barber Mosaic. I'm Maurice, and I am out.